and welcome to 8th class chemistry video lesson. In this video we are going to continue chapter Language of Chemistry, and today we are going to study about balancing of simple chemical equations. A chemical equation in which the number of atoms of each element on reactants and products side is equal is called a balanced chemical equation. Whereas a chemical equation in which the number of atoms on reactants and products side is not equal is called an unbalanced or skeletal equation. A chemical equation can be balanced on the basis of the atomic theory and the law of conservation of mass. According to the atomic theory, the number of atoms of elements on both sides of a chemical equation should be equal. They only transfer and share electrons among themselves in forming newer compounds. The process by which the atoms of various elements are made equal in an equation on both sides is called balancing the equation. There are various methods used for the balancing of equations, but here we are going to talk about the hit and trial method only. In this method of balancing chemical equations, trials are made to balance the equation by using smallest whole number coefficient. This method can be understood with the help of some examples. Consider the reaction of hydrogen with oxygen to produce water. The word equation for this reaction can be written as hydrogen plus oxygen, arrow pointing towards water. Now we know that the formula of hydrogen molecule is H2, the formula of oxygen molecule is O2, and that of water is H2O. So converting this word equation into skeletal equation, we get H2 plus O2 gives H2O. Here firstly we have to check whether this equation is balanced or not. For checking it, we have to count the number of atoms of each element on reactant side as well as on the product side. So let us count the number of atoms of each element, that is we have to count the number of atoms of hydrogen and oxygen on both the sides. Here we get, in H2 we are having 2 atoms of hydrogen. So the number of hydrogen atoms on reactant side is 2. And the number of hydrogen atoms on product side is also 2. H2O, and here we get 2 atoms of hydrogen. Then let us go for oxygen. On the reactant side, oxygen is having 2 atoms in it. On the product side, we are having 1 atom of oxygen in water. It is clear from here that the hydrogen atoms are balanced on both the sides, but oxygen atoms are not balanced. So to balance the number of oxygen atoms, we have to put a number in front of H2O. So if we put 2 in front of H2O, then what will we get? We will be having 2 atoms of oxygen on the product side also. Now when we have put 2 in front of H2O, then oxygen atoms are balanced, but hydrogen atoms go unbalanced. Because now on product side we are having 4 hydrogen atoms. 2 2s are 4. So we are having 4 hydrogen atoms on the product side, and on the reactant side we are having only 2 atoms of hydrogen. So now we have to balance the number of hydrogen atoms. So to balance the number of hydrogen atoms, if we put 2 in front of hydrogen on reactant side, we will get 4 number of hydrogen atoms on the reactant side. So we have written 2 in front of H2. Now this equation is balanced. In the similar way, now let us try to balance some more equations. Consider the chemical equation N2 plus O2 gives NO. Now let's count the number of atoms on reactant side and on product side. In this reaction, we have 2 elements, that is nitrogen and oxygen. On reactant side, that is on left hand side, number of N atoms, that is nitrogen atoms, is 2. So we can write here 2. Then afterwards, number of oxygen atoms on right hand side is also 2. So we can write here 2. Then on right hand side, that is on the product side, number of nitrogen atoms are 1 and number of oxygen atom is also 1. As we can see clearly from here that number of atoms on right hand side, that is on the left hand side, is not equal to the number of atoms of each element on the product side. It means this equation is unbalanced and we need to balance it. Now see, on reactant side we have 2 nitrogen atoms and on product side we have 1 nitrogen atom. So to balance it we can put 2 in front of NO, because if 2 are here, then अगर हम यहाँ पे 2 लगाएंगे then we will have 2 nitrogen atom. So by writing this equation like N2 plus O2 gives 2 NO, we have number of oxygen atoms on left hand side equal to 2, number of oxygen atoms on left hand side also equal to 2, and on product side now, means on right hand side, number of nitrogen atoms is equal to 2 and number of oxygen atoms is also equal to 2. So now it is clear that number of atoms of both elements are equal on reactant side and on product side. So it means the balanced equation here is N2 plus O2 gives 2NO. Then come to the second equation, that is Mg, magnesium plus nitrogen gives Mg3N2, that is magnesium nitride. So let's count the number of atoms on each side. Magnesium atoms 1 on left hand side, nitrogen atoms 2. On right hand side 3 magnesium atoms and number of nitrogen atoms 2. Here magnesium atom is 1 on left hand side and on right hand side it is 3. It means this equation is not balanced. Now to make the number of magnesium atom equal on both sides, if we put 3 here 3 magnesium atoms are there. अगर हम यहाँ पे भी 3 लगा देंगे, then here also magnesium atoms will be 3. So by writing the equation like 3Mg plus N2 gives Mg3N2, count the number of atoms. Magnesium 3 on left hand side, nitrogen 2 on left hand side, 3 magnesium on right hand side, 2 nitrogen atoms on right hand side. Now see, 3 both equal on left hand side and right hand side, and nitrogen atoms also equal on right hand side and left hand side. So the balanced equation here is 3Mg plus N2 gives Mg3N2. Moving on to the next equation, we have iron plus water gives ferrosulfuric oxide and hydrogen. Here in this equation we have 3 elements. These are iron, hydrogen and oxygen. So let's count the number of atoms of these elements on each side. We have 1 iron atom on left hand side, 2 hydrogen atoms on left hand side and 1 oxygen atom on left hand side. And on right hand side 3 iron atoms, 2 hydrogen atoms and 4 oxygen atoms. Now it is clear from here that we have unequal number of iron atoms and oxygen atoms on left hand side and right hand side. So to balance them, firstly we will balance iron atoms. Here we have 3 on right hand side, 1 on left hand side. So we can make it 3 by putting 3 in front of iron. So this equation can be written as 3Fe plus H2O gives Fe3O4 plus H2. Now let's again count the number of atoms. On left hand side 3 iron atoms, right hand side 3 iron atoms. Both are balanced now. Now 2 hydrogen atoms and again 2 hydrogen atoms. Oxygen atoms on left hand side 1 oxygen atom, on right hand side we have 4 oxygen atoms. Now here oxygen atoms are not balanced. So to balance oxygen atoms we can put 4 in front of H2O, because here we have 4 oxygen atoms. अगर हम यहाँ पे 4 लगाएंगे तो यहाँ पे भी 4 oxygen atoms हो जाएंगे. So we can write the equation as 3Fe plus 4H2O gives Fe3O4 plus H2. Now again we have to count the number of atoms here. 3 iron on left hand side, 4 2s are 8 hydrogen atoms on left hand side, and 4 oxygen atoms on left hand side. And on right hand side we have 3 iron atoms, 4 oxygen atoms, and 2 hydrogen atoms. Now here iron atoms and oxygen atoms are equal, but the number of hydrogen atoms are not equal. Hydrogen on left hand side is 8 and number of hydrogen atoms on right hand side is 2. So to balance it means to make this 2 8. If we put 4 in front of H2, then 4 2s are here 8 hydrogen atoms will become. So what do we have to do? Writing this as same, here we have to put 4. So here number of iron atoms on left hand side is 3, number of hydrogen atoms 8, number of oxygen atoms 4. On right hand side number of iron atoms 3, number of oxygen atoms 4, and number of hydrogen atoms is 4 2s are 8. So this is the balanced equation here. So the balanced equation is 3Fe plus 4H2O gives Fe3O4 plus 4H2. A chemical equation can also be balanced on the basis of law of conservation of mass. According to this law, matter is neither created nor destroyed. A chemical equation can be balanced by applying this law on the atomic masses of reactants and products. But before that, you must know about the molecular mass or relative molecular mass of a compound. Relative molecular mass of a substance is the average mass of one molecule of it as compared to the 1/12 of mass of one atom of carbon 12 taken as 12 atomic mass unit. For calculating the relative molecular mass, multiply each element's atomic mass by the number of atoms of that element in the molecule and then add these values. For example, let's calculate the relative molecular mass of water, that is H2O. In one water molecule, we have 2 hydrogen atoms and the atomic mass of hydrogen is 1. And we have 1 oxygen atom and its atomic mass is 16. So it is calculated as 2 multiplied by 1 plus 1 multiplied by 16. It becomes equal to 2 plus 16, which is equal to 18. So the relative molecular mass of water is 18. Let's take one more example of ammonium sulfate. In the formula of ammonium sulfate molecule, we have 2 nitrogen atoms and the atomic mass of nitrogen is 14. So 2 multiplied by 14 plus, again we have 8 hydrogen atoms and the atomic mass of hydrogen is 1. So 8 multiplied by 1 is written here. Then afterwards we have 1 sulfur atom with atomic mass 32. Then 1 is multiplied with 32. Then we have 4 oxygen atoms here and the atomic mass of oxygen is 16. So 4 is multiplied by 16. And after calculating it, we got the value equal to 132. So the relative molecular mass of ammonium sulfate is equal to 132 atomic mass unit. Now let us know how can we apply the law of conservation of mass to balance the chemical equation by taking some examples. Let us firstly balance the given equation in which carbon reacts with oxygen to form carbon dioxide. The atomic mass of carbon is 12 units and the atomic mass of oxygen is 16 units. To know the total mass of reactants, we must know the mass of C and O2. The mass of C, that is carbon, is 12 units and the mass of O2, that is oxygen molecule, will be 2 multiplied by 16 equal to 32 units. Here the product is carbon dioxide. So the mass of product is equal to the mass of carbon dioxide. In carbon dioxide molecule, we have 1 atom of carbon and 2 atoms of oxygen. So the mass of carbon dioxide molecule will be 1 multiplied by 12 plus 2 multiplied by 16 equal to 44 units. Now, the total mass of reactants is equal to the mass of carbon plus mass of oxygen molecule. So, it is 12 plus 32 equal to 44. The total mass of products is equal to the mass of CO2 molecule. So, the total mass of products is equal to 44 units, which is equal to the mass of reactants. So, in this reaction, the total mass of reactants is equal to the total mass of products. So, here, mass is neither created nor destroyed. So, this equation is the balanced chemical equation. Now consider this reaction in which iron reacts with the hydrochloric acid to form ferrous chloride and hydrogen gas. Here the atomic mass of iron is equal to 55.85 units and the atomic mass of hydrogen is equal to 1 unit and that of chlorine is equal to 35.5 units. Let us firstly calculate the molecular mass of reactants. In reactants we have iron and hydrochloric acid. The molecular mass of iron here is 55.85 units. And the molecular mass of HCl is equal to 1 plus 35.5 equal to 36.5 units. Now we will calculate the molecular mass of products. In products we have ferrous chloride and hydrogen molecules. The molecular mass of ferrous chloride is equal to 55.85 plus 35.5 multiplied by 2 equal to 126.85 units. And the molecular mass of hydrogen is equal to 1 multiplied by 2 equal to 2 units. The total mass of reactants is equal to the molecular mass of iron plus molecular mass of hydrochloric acid, which is equal to 55.85 plus 36.5 equal to 92.35 units. The total mass of products is equal to the molecular mass of ferrous chloride plus molecular mass of hydrogen, which comes out to be 126.85 plus 2 equal to 128.85. From here it is clear that the total mass of reactants is not equal to the total mass of products. So it means this is an unbalanced equation. The difference in the masses of the reactants and products is equal to 128.85 minus 92.35, which is equal to 36.5. And this is equal to the mass of one molecule of hydrochloric acid, which should be added to left hand side. Means it should be added to the reactant side. Therefore, the balanced chemical equation is Fe plus 2HCl gives FeCl2 plus H2. When the total mass of reactants and the total mass of products is calculated for this equation, it comes out to be equal, which is equal to 128.85 units. So it means this is the balanced chemical equation.